everybody. It is a special Wednesday night edition of Thrifty Business with Jay and Nay. I'm your one host, Vegas Jay.
And I'm your other host, Billy Nay. Hi, everybody.
What's happening, everybody, man? Do we have an extra special guest? This is our 2-year anniversary. Yay!
Yes.
And tonight we have a very special guest, Lindey Glenn. Hello, Lindey. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
What's going on? All right, let's Lindey, I don't think you've ever seen our show, but at the top of the hour, I do my little tiki talk. I match my rum and my mug, hopefully with a guest. So why don't we get right into that and see how well I did tonight, shall we?
Sounds good.
Kind of like the guest matches her background. Exactly the same, yes. Oops. Time for Jay's Tiki Talk. So, Lindey lives in Kansas, and I'm like, there ain't no Kansas rum, so I'm like hunting around. And I got a rum that's kind of, it's got a rooster on it and a rum with a pig on it. I'm like, you got more roosters or pigs in Kansas? And she's like, we got wheat. So I'm like, oh, I have harvest rum with some wheat on it. So there you go. That's a perfect matchup to her. And although this is a zombie hand holding a tiki mug, we'll call it the Wicked Witch of the West mug tonight since she lives in Kansas. And, you know, I had a drink out of a blue mug tonight. You know what I'm saying?
That is a cool mug. I like it.
Yeah, you like that? Isn't that neat?
I love it. Yeah, I want one like that.
It's a mug that gives you a hand.
I'd break it.
The only bummer is it's on an angle, so you don't get the full cocktail. That's the only bummer. All right, cool. So we'll talk to Lindey in about a half hour. So enjoy the show, Lindey, and we'll see you in a bit.
Sounds good.
All righty, let's get right to it, shall we?
Mm-hmm. So
time for Nay's breast cancer update and fact of the week.
Okay, so here we go. I'm not really going to get a fact per se. It's been a rough week. You can see behind me, I've got craziness. My basement partially flooded last week, so everything's just kind of a mess right now. But in addition, I'm having surgery tomorrow. I will be having a 3 to 4 hour surgery tomorrow afternoon, and can't eat or drink after midnight. They're not taking me till 2:30, so I'm a little cranky about that. But it'll be 3 to 4 hours, and it will be they'll be removing a tumor from my reconstructed left breast, which is a very odd thing to happen. But it is right now. It looks like it's atypical ductal hyperplasia, which are kind of early cancer / precancerous cells. Hopefully it's just that. I won't find out until I get the lab report next Monday probably. But I will also be having some tissue taken from my legs to kind of fix, repair the damage that's done from the surgery, and some other reconstruction, hopefully, that I wanted to have done anyway. So hopefully I'll be getting everything done with one big surgery, and hopefully I won't be in the hospital for too long, and I'll be able to come home and recover soon, and be about a 4 to 8 week recovery. But I'm pretty strong. So I usually, like, if they say 4 weeks, I cut it in half and I say 2, but we'll see. I'll have to take it easy. But
your timetable, I got my own.
Exactly. I kind of have to get up and do things on my own time. But my little saying here is, because I will be getting more scars tomorrow. I've got lots of scars. This will be my 7th surgery since my diagnosis for cancer. So never be ashamed of a scar. It simply means that you were stronger than whatever tried to hurt you. And that is such a true saying. So I live by that. Yes. So thank you for the love and support.
Yep. We all wish you well tomorrow. And we'll see you back. We'll see you back here on this channel as soon as you want to be.
Oh, I'll be back next week.
Oh, okay. Well, you've heard it, folks.
I might be a little sore. I might be a little drugged, but I will be back.
All right, cool. So let's get right into it, shall we?
Yes.
Time for our scores of the week, where Nay and I share with you the cool stuff we sold this week. Usually it's some good bolos things. So let's get right into it.
Okay. All right. So I sold, this looks like I sold a skein of yarn for $7.99, but no, the buyer bought 10 of these. So this was a $79.90 sale, as you can see there. So I shipped all 10 of these to her, and I had an extra one that was kind of like the the band was undone and it was kind of coming apart. It was new, but it was a little damaged. So I sent that to her as a little extra perk since she bought 10. So yeah, that was a nice sale. And I bought those a long time ago at on a closeout. So, I mean, they've been sitting for a while. A slub yarn doesn't always sell as well, but I knew they would sell eventually. And I think I paid about $10 for that whole bag. So that was a good, so that was a good profit. And this was a great sale. This is a gorgeous dress. I loved it. If I was a size extra small, I would have worn it myself, but it was a vintage size 6, which is modern day, probably 0 to 2. So it was an extra small. It was really tiny. And I had it up for $99.99, but I took a best offer for $50 because of the size. And I thought that was a pretty good offer. I think I paid $10 for that dress. So I was happy with the sale. Yeah. So, and then these shorts, I paid $2 for, and I sold them. They were new with tags. I sold them for $24.99. So that was a good little deal there. Shorts are selling now. So, and let's see. Oh yeah, this one I got in the bin. So that was another. And you know, I'm now that Jason has gotten me into DVDs and CDs, I'm selling them left and right. And this was a great profit because it was, you know, cents on the dollar from the bin, sealed. And it was $14.99 plus shipping they paid. So that was a good little sale there.
Nice. All right. So my first score, hello, there we go. Now this is not a pre-Duffy. This is a Duffy, but Duffys still sell. This is obviously the birthday bear Duffy, and I got $30, and it was listed for about a month, and I paid $2.99 at the Big Savers here in Vegas. Coogee jeans. Now these are not all that bright and colorful like most are, but I just sold these for $50. So if you are not looking at Coogee jeans, you are missing out on some money. And I know our guest loves to sell jeans. I don't know if she does guys jeans. We'll find out when we bring her on here. And I showed this on a haul. This was the one good thing behind the glass showcase one day at the second biggest Savers here in Vegas, a cheese knife serving thingamajig. But it was like a famous artist. I paid $7.99, sold for $45.50. And the last thing was I got this little Pan Am. It's a little toilet. Here it is. I got it at Penn Jillette's garage sale. I paid $5 and I sold it for $30. And other ones were only selling for $20. I shot for more and I got it very quick. It was listed for less than a day when it sold. All right, you've seen our scores. Now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours. And our duds of the week is brought to you by WorthPoint. WorthPoint is the largest resource for identifying, researching, and valuing antiques, art, and vintage collectibles. So if we had used WorthPoint, Nate and I probably wouldn't have these duds. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello, Nadene.
Okay, my mouse stopped working and I could not take myself off of mute. I lost my mouse, lost the connection. I was like, but it's okay now.
Come in, Nadene.
I know. Sorry about that. So these were a dud because, gosh, they sat forever. And I thought they were really cute. They had that kind of Indian vibe to them. They were embroidered wedge heels. They were kind of a common size in 8. They're so cute. If you look at the other pictures, they had like all this gorgeous beading. They were Coldwater Creek, which, you know, is, you know, it's an okay brand, but I just thought they were so cute at the time that I bought them. Well, they sat for probably about 2 years. And I finally just took a best offer for $20 with free shipping and they were gone. I actually shipped them in a padded flat rate and I bubbled them. So yeah. So that was my dud. And my other dud is this one because these also sat for a while. Now I bought these. These were Target salvage that had come to my Goodwill, and I paid maybe $5. I had 2 pairs. The other pair I actually ended up donating to a friend who had a fire. And then I had another pair, and I thought they would sell eventually. It just took too long, and I just didn't make good enough profit. So Target salvage is not always it's not always the best thing to buy at your local thrift. You have to really pay attention to what you're buying. So
Absolutely. All right, so here's my two duds. I thought this Randy Macho Man Savage t-shirt, oh yeah, brother, would that was kind of more Hulk Hogan than Randy.
Yeah, I have no idea who Randy Savage is.
Ever to sell at $12.49. I think it was listed for like 2 years. So these were giveaways to Berkshire Hathaway stockholders, and at the time I bought them, they were selling for about $30. Well, apparently I bought them right at the end of the bubble because they just sold for $15 after having them up for about 2 years. So unfortunately, it wasn't, it sat around for too long. It wasn't worth it. But at the time, it seemed like it was. So even though you do your research, sometimes they just don't pan out. All right, seen our scores, you've seen our duds. Now it's time for our close encounters of the thrifty kind. Renee and I recount fun, weird, angry stories we have with other shoppers in thrift stores. So, Nay, you are up.
Okay, so this guy was wearing this camping backpack on his back. So at first, we do have a homeless population in Philly, and that's common. I see, but he wasn't homeless. He was just wearing the backpack for whatever reason. And then when I got to the front of the guy, I saw that he had on a Star of David necklace, a Buddhist necklace, a some kind of I think it was an Indian, like one of the Indian gods, Hindu gods, on his shirt.
Yeah.
So he was very he had all these religions, like every religion of the world going on. He had some kind of a hippie peace sign on his hat. I mean, he was just really it was. And then he was looking at electronics, and then he went over to the jewelry box section, and he was really, really looking at the the dainty, like the Asian jewelry boxes, the floral jewelry boxes. He was really looking at them, like he was really deciding which dainty, pretty floral jewelry box he was going to buy. So he was interesting to watch.
All right, before I go to mine, there is no story. You will fully understand it, but I am going to sing one line of a song. I know y'all hate when I sing. He wears short shorts.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who wears short shorts? In case you're not seeing how short they are. Yeah, let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Are they men's shorts, I wonder? Or are they...
Well, my assistant was pretty sure that these are lady shorts.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And his legs were smoothly shaved, too. Not passing any judgments. I'm just saying, then some short shorts, man.
Well, power to him.
Heck yeah. Now it's time for the Thrifty Tip of the Week by Stamps.com, postage on demand. Stamps.com's online postage service enables small businesses, enterprises, and online retailers to print U.S. Postal Service approved postage with just a computer, printer, and internet connection right from your home or office. I use it almost every day. I just shipped out a blanket 2 days ago using stamps. I love having stamps, so give them a try. All right, Nate's Thrifty Tip is first.
Yeah, so this is a yarn tip, but it's also don't get fooled by something that says super saver or something that's large and looks like it's, a bonus size or a jumbo thing. This is the worst yarn you could possibly buy, and they were asking $5.99. Now, yes, it's super saver. It was a big, huge skein of yarn, so you might think you're getting this bonus, this huge skein, but for $5.99, it was just it's not worth $2.99. So don't be fooled by the jumbo sizes and the things that say super, or, even there's a made in the USA sticker there, just don't get fooled by larger quantities or, things that look like they might be better than they are. They might be deceiving. So
my thrifty tip is, if you're not a senior, don't forget what senior day is. Because I forgot today was senior day at Goodwill, and this is the ridiculous line.
Oh.
And it actually goes and then comes back, and I'm like, yep, there's no holy grails here. I'm out of here. I lasted about 2 seconds in the store, and I always forget Wednesday is senior day. So if you're a senior, hit it. If you're not a senior, mark it in your calendar. Don't hit the stores on senior day because they're crazy busy. Crazy busy.
Mm-hmm. You're getting close, though, Jay.
Oh, shut up, Nay. You have got to be shipping me. Brought to you by Bubble Fast. Nay and I share what she usually shares what to do. I usually share what not to do. Bubble Fast, the internet's home for shipping supplies, a family-owned business providing shipping supplies to the online community since 1999. And as you see on the screen there, if you buy some stuff from Bubble Fast, use the code J and Nay, and you'll receive 10% off your entire order. All right, Nay.
Okay, so my little reminder is, and I live in a very large metropolitan area, so I don't know how often, so I don't know how prevalent these are still in the suburbs, like if you live in a smaller, more remote area, but these are on just about every street corner in Philadelphia. And the blue, so don't forget about your blue boxes, because a lot of times, there's times when I can't get to the post office because I'm busy. Tomorrow morning is going to be one of them. I have 2 things to ship out. I have surgery. So I'm going to walk to my street corner and I'm going to drop it in the blue box. So don't forget about the blue boxes. The other thing is, know your pickup times on the blue boxes. I know that the one on the end of my street, they pick up at 11:59 every day. However, there's one a few streets over that doesn't pick up until 5. So if I can't make it to the post office and I know I need to have a later pickup, I'll walk a few blocks and I'll drop it off there. So not only know where your blue bins are, don't forget about them, use them, and know the times. The times are written right on the top of them there. So it'll tell you what time they pick up every day.
All right, and my tip is definitely a what not to do tip today. So I got this great piece of tappet cloth that was mislabeled, and we'll talk about that in the future, exactly what it had, but I'm going to use it for decorating in my tiki house. Oh, dear. They shipped it in this. Don't need to show the addresses, which is absolutely fine. But what's the one thing that won't happen to this, Nadine? It will not break, okay?
Right.
So do not waste your shipping supplies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that tappet cloth was wrapped in bubble wrap.
Yeah, that's
there is no need to waste shipping supplies. This needs a lot of bubble wrap. This needs 0 bubble wrap. So do not waste your shipping supplies.
Unless you want to gift your buyer some bubble wrap.
So thank you. Thank you, buyer from Canada. I got free bubble wrap, but you didn't need to do that. All righty, now it is time for our eBay tip of the week, brought to you by Free Up. Free Up with 3 E's is the hands-on solution to hire remote e-commerce workers. Free Up vets hundreds of workers a week so you could get access to the top 1% of online talent whenever you need them. Sign up is free, no monthly fees, no minimum hours. Get the workers you need when you need them and only pay for the hours they work. Brenda, a loyal viewer. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Heard Nate, when he was on this show, is now on her way to building a remote empire with her team of Free Up workers. Go to freeup.com with 3 E's to start to free up your time and scale your business. So my eBay tip, and I might have said this one before, but I just sold this sweatshirt the other day. If you have a hoodie and you don't have a mannequin with a head, but you got one of them little, cheapy styrofoam heads, throw the head on top of the mannequin and put the hood up. If you look at most hoodies on eBay, no one ever thinks to do that. Still take the picture with the hood down like this, but throw that hood up there, stick the mannequin head in it, a sense of, is this a big hood? Is it a small hood? Tight, wide, kind of thing. When you sell clothes, give every angle you can to your customers so they can more easily make their buying decision.
That's a good tip. And if you don't have a mannequin head, you can also hang a hanger inside, like on the top of your mani,
or a balloon.
Do it that way. Yeah, either whatever you have. So mine is a buying tip, not a selling tip tonight. So if this is in the eBay app for iPhone, if you can also do it on a computer, on a laptop, whatever you have, Android, whatever. So go to your purchases. And then the next screen that Jay is going to show is I purchased this item a while ago, and it's an item that I purchased, I need it every couple months. So if you have an item like that, a staple item that you purchase on a regular basis, you can, if you go to the next screen, very easily purchase the same item from the same, if you're happy with your seller, there's a button there called Buy Another. Just click Buy Another, and voila, you've purchased your item again with one click. So that's a really great feature there that I don't know if everyone knows about.
Awesome. Yeah. I love it. All right. Oh, I forgot what our maybe it's this one. Whoops, I hit the buzzer too. That wasn't supposed to be buzzer. Now it's time for J&A's Trendy Bolos. You should know what's happening in the world so you can sell more and better items and for more money.
Okay, so we've been talking about the color yellow a lot lately. You can see Jason's lovely yellow shirt there that I designed for the thrifting board for Vegas for eBay Open, or if you're just a thrifting board member and you want to rock an awesome t-shirt. We picked the color yellow this year. Now there's been, some comments like, wow, it's yellow, it's different. Yeah. But I also found out that yellow is an it shade of summer 2017. So if you're thrifting and you find yellow things, yellow is a hot color. So, buy your yellow. And Jason, if you want to pull up that link. Yes. So also get your t-shirt. You can get your very own. There's two styles. There's a plain front, and then there's one with a front and back that says surfer. So you can get your little.
You mean there's a plain back?
What did I say?
Plain front.
I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct. So for a few dollars more, you can get one with a back that says surfer, or you can just get one with the front and no back design. So click on, only use the link that says Big Girl LLC, the link that's in the thrifting board.
Well, also, I've already put the link down below in the description of this video. So if you do want a thrifting board shirt, if you're coming to eBay Open, we all wore our shirts last year, and we were a group of about 50. And let me tell you what happened. Two things happened. Every eBay employee, including the executives, wanted to talk to everybody wearing the matching shirts. And that's one of the reasons to come to eBay Open. You get a lot of FaceTime with eBay employees that can help you with any problem you have. And so when all suddenly you're recognizable to the whole staff, it really helps. Now, if you're one of them shy type, so basically the opposite of me, and you don't want to talk to anybody yet, with these shirts, you'll know exactly who your peeps are from the thrifting board, and you can just blend into the crowd. So make sure to grab your shirt and bring it to eBay Open. If you're not coming, I got a contest that you're going to get. The winner's going to get a $50 gift certificate to Bubble Fast. So if you're not coming to Open, get your shirt, wear it someplace fun. Doesn't even have to be thrifting. And I'm going to have I'll put a place where you submit it. And the winning picture gets $50 for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, and thank you for the compliments on my shirt design. And so yellow is a hot color for the summer. So you guys will be styling in that color.
See, I was ahead of the curve, Nate.
Yeah, I guess you were. So yeah.
All right. So what's the #1 movie of the week, everybody? Say it with me. Wonder Woman. Yeah, Wonder Woman is very hot right now.
Okay.
It's the first female-led.
Oh, I love that scrub top.
It's the first female-led superhero movie, and I put this up and sold it within 3 hours. So I probably priced it a little too low. And if you've never done this, go, look up something that's hot and search by solds. And I didn't sort to the highest; I sorted to the most recent. So I can see that old Wonder Woman stuff is selling, new Wonder Woman stuff is selling. Shirts, comics, the whole world. I see a dirty topless Wonder Woman is selling. So all kinds of Wonder Woman stuff. Now, if you don't know what Rotten Tomatoes is, Rotten Tomatoes is a website that takes all the reviews of a movie and compiles them together and gives it an average. So better the movie is, and there'll be two numbers, critics and the actual audience. And so when the critics and the audience are exactly the same, you know that movie is spot on. So this is 93. That is a great reviewed movie. That is insanely good, because like the last few DC movies came in at about 40%. So Wonder Woman's hot. You got anything Wonder Woman laying around right now, get it up, get it listed. It's selling like hotcakes.
Great. I like it. I want to see that movie.
Oh, yeah, so do I. All right, and then our last little segment before we get Lindey on here is... I don't think you heard that well enough. Let's try that again.
That was better.
J&A's mini hauls. We show you a little tease before our next haul video. And let me show you my teases.
Okay.
So don't forget, this is a tease. You have to turn into the haul video to see actually what it is and why you should buy it. Nadene, do you know what this is?
Oh gosh, I need to see. Let me click on you there.
There's the back.
Okay. I might know what that is.
You do or you don't?
I don't know. I might know.
Okay. So we'll talk about that on the next haul, which will probably be next week. And although I don't have children, I do peruse the toy section, and we'll talk about this vintage toy.
Cool. I like that. Okay. All right. So my two are this fabric, which there is not very much of. Why would I get this fabric? There's not much of it, but it's going to sell for a lot. It's very vintage and very cool. So that's all I'm going to show you of it. And this is my absolute score of the week. I need to get this listed. I just have been crazy busy with my surgery coming up, but this clock, that's all I'm going to show you.
That's a cool clock.
Yeah, so that's all I'm going to show you, and I will talk about the clock.
You're going, oh my gosh. Oh, real quick, back to these shirts. I realize that these are made on Amazon. I have no control over Amazon sizing. Ladies only go to extra large. Men only go to 3XL. I have asked. I have found another website that will go to men's 5XL and I think ladies 3XL. So I know we have some larger fans out there, and I am happy to put it on another website. So just give me a couple days. Let me get it figured out, logged in, blah, 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 get the artwork uploaded. But those of you who don't fit into Amazon's, they get you ones for your size. So just stay tuned. And if you're international, merch doesn't ship international, I will be happy to send it to you. So just message me. I'll pick it up. I'll get it to you. All right.
That's great, because we do want to accommodate all sizes. We know that we have viewers of all sizes. So, and the other thing is, if you are a member of the Secret Beach, I've also designed an awesome shirt for those of you who are members. So if you're in the Secret Beach, you can find that awesome design too. So.
Yep. All right. So it is time for our guest. Hey, our guest of the week, Lindey Glenn. How are Lindey? I'm making money,
Hi,
honey.
Lindey.
What's happening?
Hi. Before we go any further, we need to talk about the Necronomicon.
No, it's a tease. Don't you understand what a tease is?
Oops, I didn't say that.
Do you not understand how teases work?
You teased me by showing me that.
Yes, that is the Book of the Dead. But that's all we're going to say now. How are you, Lindey?
I am doing well. I actually got a night off from doing bedtime rituals tonight, so thank you for that.
Oh, hey.
That's nice. I know, with 3 boys, yes.
So some of you, I know we got a lot of Lindey fans in the chat, and I know some of you have never seen her before. So, in the last couple of weeks, the state of affairs around Lindey's been kind of crazy. So let's talk about, let's back it up first, and then we'll get to what you discovered about a week and a half ago. Is that right? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
But let's, for those who don't know who you are, why don't you, give us your 30 or 60-second bio. Who are you? Where do you live? Blah, blah, blah. How many dogs? All that fun stuff.
I'm Lindey Glenn. I am a 32-year-old mom in central Kansas. I am an eBay seller. I have a YouTube channel. I dabble in a little bit of other selling platforms, but eBay is the primary thing that I do, and that's primarily what my channel is about. I do have 3 children. I have a 2-year-old boy, an 11-year-old boy, and a 10-year-old stepdaughter. I still consider her one of mine, even though she's really only here every other weekend. She is still mine to me. And then 2 corgi dogs, a husband, and I think I left nothing out.
I gotta tell you, I watched one of your videos, and your dogs sounded bigger barks than corgis.
Yeah, they bark loud.
I think little dogs always think they're in bigger bodies. I know I have 2 larger dogs, or boxers, and they, whenever they walk by little dogs, the little dogs, they intimidate my big dogs. It's really funny.
So before we get into, the kind of the reason you're here tonight, because you and Nay are kind of 2 peas in a pod in a sense. How long have you been on eBay? What got you started in it, and what is your norm? What's your specialty? Like, I sell a lot of music and tiki mugs. What do you do?
Well, I first started selling on eBay somewhere between 11 and 12 years ago. It was a really, really long time ago. I got started with eBay, like a lot of people do, desperate for money. Money is really, really tight at home. You're trying to find everything that you can do. I had a brand new baby. I was trying to bring in some extra money. So that's how I got started. I got started selling clothes on auction. That's how I started doing it. And it was really hit and miss there for a while. Like, maybe 20, 30 listings a month, nothing. And then I drop it for a little while. It was nothing. And then about, what year and month is it now? Probably about a year and a half ago. My husband was getting ready to leave for Kuwait. He's not military, but he does work with the military. He was getting ready to deploy. And I have had plenty of jobs where I was the boss of somebody or I had a boss, and it's just sometimes you feel like you can't really work for somebody else. And so I knew I needed something to keep me busy. So I was saying to myself, you know what? I'm going to not just start up eBay again, but I'm going to go full tilt into eBay. And I started my store back up, and I started just plugging away. And I didn't start with just clothes. I literally sold everything and anything that would turn a profit. I sold bubble gum. I sold potato chips.
Well, that's something I've never sold.
Yes. I've sold barbecue sauce. I have sold everything that will turn a profit on eBay. And I tell you, living in the middle of nowhere, you have to get creative with what you sell. If you're going to sell stuff, you've got to get creative. And that's what I had to do. And that was something that I didn't see a whole lot of people doing. I didn't see a whole lot of people selling bubble gum and things like that. So that's what kind of led me to doing a YouTube channel, because I thought, well, maybe I have some insight that isn't out there yet. So that's what got me doing it.
Right, so I'm going to pause because I got to hear about this bubble gum, because I'm like, so where were you buying bubble gum and what were you selling it for? Like, what was the markup?
Oh man, I would buy my favorite kind of bubble gum is things like those weird flavors that are on clearance at the grocery store, like apple pie spice bubble gum. Because once holiday seasons are over, or once seasons are over, they take that stuff off the shelf. People fall in love with that flavor of gum, and they go to eBay looking for it. So that was, and I would always search out the clearance sections of grocery stores and things like that to look for little food items and things like that that I had a feeling that people might have fallen in love with, that are unique, that maybe they can't get again. So they would look on eBay for them, which is exactly what they did.
And I subscribe to that. I teach that. I do that. And I never would have thought of bubblegum flavors, but I do that with other things that have flavors that go bye-bye. But man, bubblegum, I love it. This show can end now. I already got a new tip. Like, we're out of here. I love it. That was awesome. What a crazy thing. Bubblegum. That's awesome. Oh yeah. And I always comb we always look at the clearance section at our grocery store. Now, as Vegas, our clearance section is all the booze that doesn't sell, because you can get full booze in the grocery stores there. So it's usually booze, which technically you can't sell online unless you're a liquor distributor. Not to say that I haven't in the past, but oh well, All right, so let's we'll jump ahead, and we'll start to see how you and my co-host Nee have a lot in common here. In the last couple weeks, you found out something, and being a mom, tell us about what you found out.
Yeah, my littlest one, Benjamin, he's just a little over 2. We had been noticing some things going on with him. He was missing some milestones and things like that. So we had been long awaiting an evaluation, and towards the end of May, we ended up getting him evaluated in Kansas City and found out that he was diagnosed with severe nonverbal autism. Also global developmental delays, meaning he needs lots and lots of therapy, because he has missed out on a lot of milestones. So that was really difficult. That was really, really hard to hear. But I've had a little bit of time to to rejuvenate. I have had so much love and support from the community, from my subscribers, you know, just from other people on YouTube have reached out to me. You know, Anna Boondoggle Bliss, I love her to death. She was one of the first people to reach out to me, and she did a video for me on her channel, and she was so comforting and so wonderful. And I just felt the love of so many people just rally around me, and it was amazing. And so I've had a lot of time to process and coming out of it stronger than ever. You know, I'm doing whatever I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Hello, Nay, are you there?
Oh, she's muted.
No, I'm sorry. I'm having mouse issues. I won't mute myself again tonight. So
Yes, please.
Okay.
Mouse issue.
So I think I need new batteries, honestly. So I have watched some of your videos, and I admire the fact that, you know, you're motivational, but you're motivational in a way that you're trying to, you know, say, I mean, I suffer from depression. I'm very open about that. I have 3 children like you. I have cancer, I'm very open about that. So I have my, you know, my things that get me really down too, but I love how you say, you know, the best thing to do is to not only get back up, but keep yourself distracted with your work, with other things, you know, just keep going. And that is so true. When I'm laying in bed and I'm wallowing, which I do, Jason knows that. Jason knows he'll contact me, you know, and he'll be like, are you laying in bed wallowing again? And I'll be like, you know, I'm having a bad day. And he'll be like, get up, come on, get to work. And it's so true that you need to, you know, keep yourself going. And I love that about you. I love what you said about that. So on that note, I'm just wondering, you know, day to day, I mean, not only with the challenges that you're facing with Benjamin, but just in general, like me, being a mom of 3 and having other challenges in life that you're dealing with, how do you do it all? How do you sell online? How do you run your business? How do you do everything that you do?
Well, there's a motto. There's a motto I have from one of my favorite aunts. She always says, write in pencil and do the dance. Do the dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just, I do the dance. I will literally write out my schedule in pencil, and I will number things and star things that are of absolute priority. And if I don't get things done, I am not hard on myself. I'm just like, you know what? I got the most important things done. That's fine. And it's, you've got to be on it. You know, as a mom already, you have to be a multitasker.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's true. Multitasking is, if I couldn't multitask, I couldn't do anything. Yeah, that would be, yeah. And one of the things that I do to multitask my time is I will take just white sheets of printer paper and Post-it notes, and I'll have 7 white sheets of paper, and each of them have a day of the week written on them. And I will put Post-its of the things that I need to do, and I will spread them across the days, and that's how I plan my week. I like that. Yeah, something, and I think something visual like that would actually help me, because I'm a very visual like learner, and I mean that's how I do everything. I'm a graphic designer, I'm an artist, so I think that would help actually. I think I'm gonna take that tip.
It's really nice too, because you can just pull off the Post-it note and stick it on another day.
Feel like the weight is off of your shoulders too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
That I will say, I kind of subscribe to that too. I mean, I have my Post-its of what I need to do stuck right to my desk. And I cross them off as I go, and then when it's all crossed off, I just throw it away and I move on to the next Post-it. But it keeps my eye on it all day long while I sit here working on stuff. So I get that. I have no children, but I get what you're doing. I love it.
Post-its. The world runs on Post-its. Post-its and pencils.
See, I got no pencils though. I have no pencils.
But I'm starting to feel like now we're going to start getting to the point where I have a lot of appointments. So I'm going to have to figure out how to utilize Google Calendar.
Oh, tell me.
I'm going to have.
Jason's always yelling at me about my calendar, because I mean, I have so many appointments. I have cancer appointments. I've got appointments for my kids. I've got to keep everything straight. I showed up on Monday to my son's dental appointment that was supposed to be today. So he missed his whole Monday morning of school, which was great. Great mom job, you know, there. I mean, he was happy, but then he had it, but his actual appointment was this morning. I don't know how I messed it up, but you know, those are the kind of things that, you know, you really need to utilize your calendar for. And that's what, so yeah, Jason, you're right about that.
All right. So Lindey, I'm going to give you one little bit of advice that I just kind of learned from my mom about, and I am definitely not equating to what happened to me to, you know, what's going on with your son. But when I was born, I did not have hips. And kind of like, you know, something was wrong with your child. I wasn't crawling. And my folks were like, why isn't he crawling? This is 71. And so they took me in for an x-ray and they found out I didn't have hips. And so my hips were starting to grow, but they weren't growing like this because I was they were growing like this because I was a gooey baby. They should have been growing like this.
A gooey baby?
Yeah, well, all babies are gooey. But
okay.
They had to put me in a body cast from the waist down when I was like 8 months old. And I was the easiest kid to babysit. He just stuck me in the corner of a couch. But there isn't a lot of pictures of me because my mom was kind of bummed out, and she took it to heart that, you know, I wasn't exactly right. And so I wanted to see pictures, and she never took a lot. She just felt horrible that I wasn't like that. So make sure that you're, you know, taking pictures of your kid. I have a hole in my arm that's a more recent thing, and I'm mad I didn't take more pictures of that to look back at a tragedy I had that motivated me to be where I'm at today. I'm pissed. I didn't take more pictures because I was bummed. So, you know, keep it in mind that this will all, you know, your kids will grow up, you'll grow, but make sure that you're taking pictures and you can look back on them later on.
Yeah. Enjoy every moment. I've learned that through my cancer too. It's, you know, life is so precious and every moment is precious, and just don't take anything for granted. Every moment is a miracle, really.
Right. Absolutely.
But sorry, I got off track there. But I just want to make sure that you don't lose sight of it's your kid. You know, whatever it is, it is. And now I luckily grew hips, but they still suck. They hurt me all the time. So I'm definitely not equating my hip situation to your son's autism. But I know my mom went through, and I can see what you know others go through when they have to deal with a young kid with something that's not the norm. So I get it, you know? Yeah.
I haven't even spoken about, I have some developmental delays with my youngest son. I'm trying to get him some help now. It's just more of a speech issue, but he's 4 and he's having a lot of issues with his speech, and potty training. So there's some issues there, you know, I know it's tough. I mean, I'm not comparing my situation with my son. It's not, you know, but it's tough. It's tough when you go through anything with your children, you know, as a mother. So,
yeah.
All right. So both of you, how do you do it? You know, I mean, I think Wonder Woman was my perfect trendy bolo because you're both Wonder Women. You both have 3 kids. Your youngest has some special needs. You both have an eBay business. You both host YouTube shows. How the hell do you do it all?
And that's you do what you have to do. I think you do what you have to do. I think it's just like you just do it because you have to do it. It's not something that I plan out every day. It's just something that, like, I know I need to do this. I need to make money. I need to keep going. I need to, even on my days when I'm really down, even on the days when I fail, like quote fail, like I'm down, I'm in bed. I don't have a productive day. I know I need to get up the next day and be productive and, you know, get back on the horse and just keep going. So I think that's what it is. You just do what you have to do.
Yeah. And I was trying to think, because when you told me what the topic was going to be, how do you do it all? I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, you just do it. It's like
you gotta do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know there's people out there that don't get it done. I mean, because you guys have things on top of it. If you were just moms taking care of your kids, you know, issues or not, that's fine. And then you threw in an eBay business, and then you threw in a YouTube shows. I mean, that's a lot, and that's crazy. But you're both producing YouTube stuff every week. You're getting your eBay stuff listed, and it's amazing. And I think everyone watching should take away that if you don't have all that extra kind of stuff, if you're not raising children, and you're like, oh, I'm having an off day, think of these two have to corral 3 children and dogs, and Nate's got cats and a spider and a lizard.
Yeah. I've got quite a house full, and a zoo, kids, everything.
Yeah, one of the things that there's actually, I would have to say, if I was going to answer this way, I would answer with 2 different things. The first thing that I do, and this is just me, I don't know if lots of people are like this, but I always tend to get more things done when I don't put pressure on myself. Like if I wake up and I tell myself, I don't have to do this today. I don't have to do this today. I feel like I want to do it more. If I start my day with a long list, I'm intimidated and all I want to do is go back to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I have that same problem. I get overwhelmed and then I shut down. I don't know.
Yeah.
That, so if I take one thing at a time, I think that's better. But yeah, I do tend to, like, my brain just can't handle. I see all of this and I have to do all, and I just completely shut down and I'm like paralyzed. I can't do anything.
Yes, I have to go easy on myself, because if I stress myself out and think I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. There was the longest time I was growing my YouTube channel and I felt like I needed to put out a video every single day. And I felt like subscribers were expecting that, people were enjoying that, and I liked to do it. But there was one day, it was really hard for me to get a video out. And I didn't get a video up that day. And you know what happened the next day? Nothing.
Yeah, the world didn't come to an end.
The world didn't end. Nobody hated me. And so that at that moment, I realized, okay, so if I go a day or two without doing a listen, or if I go a day or two without doing a video, if I go a day or two and I let something drop, the world's not going to end. It's okay, you know? And as soon as I realized that, the stress just went away.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I do every single day to get stuff done.
Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I got two questions from the chat, actually from the same person. Are you originally from Kansas? That's an easy one.
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm going to add to that, though. You said you live in a small town. So how big is the town where you live in? How many thrift stores do you have?
That's a good question.
I have one Goodwill and one DAV.
And how big's the town?
Maybe 3,000 people.
Oh, geez. Wow. You are tiny. And you still
4,000. There might be more than that. Maybe it feels smaller than that. I don't know. But if there's not a whole lot. Like, we don't have any of them fancy restaurants. We've got like a McDonald's, you know. And
you don't got the Red Lobster, do you?
We don't. We have the holy trinity of fast food. We have a Burger King, a McDonald's, and a Wendy's. So we have that. So yeah. So
Aaron also asked, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel and start doing videos? Was it just the want to be on stage, therapeutic? What was your thought process to it?
There was a couple of different reasons. Being on stage was definitely not one of them. I've always been very, very self-conscious. I know that you guys haven't watched a lot of my videos, but
I've watched a lot.
I have as well. I enjoy your videos.
But I grew up a lot heavier, and so I have a lot of self-esteem issues. So it was really hard for me to put videos out. But one of the reasons why I decided to do it was because I had been watching videos of people on YouTube. And while I enjoyed everybody a lot, I didn't really feel like I could relate to anyone, because everybody I was seeing, it was their full-time job. It was, they were doing $10,000, $15,000 a month gross. And me, I was content with doing a couple thousand a month in sales and utilizing it for groceries or things like that. And so, and I was looking at comments and things and connecting with people through other people's videos. And the one common thing that I was seeing was that a lot of these people just want to sell a little bit on the side to supplement their full-time income. And they were having trouble relating to somebody that was doing those high numbers. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing high numbers like that. Maybe someone could relate to me. Maybe I can give a little bit of different insight. So that made me start a channel. And I have to tell you, I'm being 100% completely honest when I say I expected that nobody was going to care. I thought I was going to put up a few videos and nobody was going to care. They were going to be like, oh. I don't need to listen to this chick. She's, you know, she doesn't sell anything. She doesn't do anything. And I was wrong. And I'm happy I was wrong because I've been able to connect with so many wonderful people in this community. I'm so happy that it didn't just die off.
So I want to speak on that a little bit. I love what you just said because when you put yourself out there, now I was always quiet and shy and, you know, I didn't, and when Jason first asked me to do the show, I said, no way, I'm not doing that. And then I was diagnosed with cancer not too long after that. And I felt like, wow, I have a platform to speak about this. I didn't want to talk about it at first, but then once I got out there and I started speaking about it, it was great. And then I started talking about my cancer. I talked about my depression. I talk about my kids. And I found that I have had so many amazing, I mean, I don't get to answer everybody as quickly as I want to, but I've had so many messages, so much love from people that can relate. They say, oh my goodness, I have depression too. And I didn't want to talk about it because, you know, I was embarrassed or, you know, there's a stigma attached to it, or I didn't think anybody understood me, and you understand. And this is so great. And now I feel like I can be open about it. I can talk to my family about it or whatever. And, you know, the same thing with the cancer, you know, I'm a cancer survivor. And, you know, I feel like or I was just diagnosed, and I feel so much better now because I can relate to you. And I'm sure you've had the same thing with your son, with his autism, being a mom, being, you know, the seller that you are. And it's just so amazing when you get that support and you realize that you're actually an inspiration for other people by speaking out, by doing what you're doing. You're actually helping other people. It's wonderful. It's a great feeling.
It's more than just being on camera. It's about connecting with other people.
It really is. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I created the spotlight, so that's why I did it. Because I used to be on TV. I used to be on TV, and I'm flying home from Philly, and I had been hanging out with Nadene. I had spoken at an event, and I'm like, I want to do something on my own. Like, I control it. Like, I know what's going on. And so I created the spotlight. And I thought Nay would be a good co-host because she's a mom, and I don't know mom stuff, and I definitely don't know kids stuff because I don't like children.
And girly stuff.
And so I thought it'd be a good mix, and I'm glad she did it, and I'm glad you're doing it too, because you are not, and I do the same. I'm the same way, but you're not aiming to be the biggest seller. You're like, look, I live in this small little town. Here's my choices. I work at it. I make money, and I kind of inspire other people, and it's cool. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone can do this. Everyone can turn the camera on. And trust me when I tell you this, Chris Green, good friend of mine, said the first is the worst. Once you get past your first video, you're like, all right, I'll never do that again.
I was too horrible at first. You know. Talk about our 2-year anniversary. 2 years ago, Jason, how different was that?
2 years. Yeah, this is our 2-year anniversary. 2 years ago we started. So here you are, a fellow YouTuber, found your voice, your footing, and I say congratulations on all of it, both you guys. Yeah, I'm very impressed. I have a hard time working everything in, and I have no children. You guys have 6 between you. Holy cow, that's crazy. So let's look at some of your scores, because like all our guests that sell, I'd love to see your scores and your duds, just like we have scores and duds too. So let's hop into.
Oh boy!
Because this first score, I never even heard of this brand, so I want to learn. So tell me about it.
All right. Okay, so.
Oh, yeah. I know this brand.
Okay, so you know what? If I'm being honest, I didn't know what it was either. I didn't have a clue. I found it at the bins. I was digging through the bins and I found it. And what I noticed about it was the embroidery. The embroidery was really stinking cool. And I showed it in a YouTube video. And I didn't know what I had. And I had, which is another reason why I do videos. I had my wonderful subscribers commenting, that's Johnny Was. And I had no idea what it was. And then I looked it up, put it up for auction, and I turned, $1 into 30 with shipping. So that was pretty awesome.
It was an awesome bin find. I love those bin finds.
Right.
So you have a tiny town and you have a bins in your tiny town?
Yeah, that's amazing.
No, I have to drive 2 hours one way to get here.
Oh, whoa.
Yes. I make 1 to 2 trips a month to Kansas City just in the bins for a few hours.
Yeah, I guess that would be worth it. I guess I take for granted that I have bins like 20 minutes away from me. Wow.
And how often do you make that trek, Lindey?
I try to go once every 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I think you just answered that. And I saw someone ask
Yeah.
him, like, as I said out loud, like, oh, she just said that, dummy.
Oh, no problem.
All right. So I saw you bought a lot of jeans, girl. I see them. I was watching one of your videos.
I love jeans. I have a love affair with jeans. I love everything about them. This was the first pair of diesel jeans I ever found. I was thrilled to find them at my Goodwill, my little small town Goodwill. I was shocked, paid $4 for them, and they sold for $27.99 plus shipping. And it only sold on one bid, but that was, 9 times my money back. I was cool with that. Did I do the math bad? I did do the math bad. That was like 3 times my money back. That was or
I
sorry.
was
What?
gonna
8
slide.
times. I
I'm
don't
like,
know. It's math. Whatever.
it's math. These numbers, I don't know.
It's math. I don't know. It was profit. This next one, it was a garage sale find. I paid 50 cents per book. It was a complete set. I looked up the comps, and it sold right on track for what comps were within a week. So that was pretty awesome.
Nice quick turnaround. Yeah.
Wow.
This was another bin find. Paid $1 for it. Good old LuLaRoe.
Yeah.
LuLaRoe is like, is it still the top trending brand?
Yeah, I think it's going to go down. I'm waiting for the decline, but it's still,
yes,
yeah.
It is. It has already started to go down. It has already started to go way down.
Yeah.
But this skirt in particular, there was something special about it, and it was bidded way up, and I paid only $1 for it. So
awesome.
I was super happy for that. It went out in the first week.
There you go. Okay, now you got some duds. Like Nay and I had some duds.
Oh,
this
yes.
one's a hell of a dud. Only $3. Woo!
Yes. This thing I picked up at a garage sale for $1, and I figured surely I could sell it for $8 plus shipping even. And I had it listed for $9.99, $8.99. I just kept dropping the price, and it sat for almost a year. It was like 9 months, and I finally ended up taking a best offer for $3 because I was so sick and tired of looking at it. It was awful. It was awful. And then
I kind of like this though.
Yes, isn't that awesome? Yeah, I was really shocked. I picked that up at the DAV locally. I paid $5 for it. It was brand new with the tags from Hot Topic. The price tag was $40, and I listed it 3 months before Halloween, and it never sold.
Wow.
And then I dropped the price, and it sat until the end of April. And I finally just got rid of it. I think I barely broke even on that one.
I do like the other ones that they show you up here, because I'm like, I didn't realize that you just buy clothes that look like you're a zombie at all times of the year.
Yeah, I know. I guess people want to look like that all the time. I
guess. I don't know, but I thought that was awesome. Like, oh, it's a bummer.
Yeah. So Lindey, how long have you been on YouTube, and can you give us the name of your channel too, so we can have our viewers follow you as well?
Yeah, I have been putting out regular videos since October of last year, so 8 months now. And my channel is just Lindey Glenn. There's no fancy name or anything. It's just my name.
Okay.
Just my name.
And your YouTube store, where can we find you? I mean, your YouTube store, your eBay store, where can we find you on?
Well, my store name, it's just Glenn's Family Store. My actual username is a little bit more complicated. I have
it's on the screen for everyone to see.
Yeah, if it's up there, then woo, that's what it is. But yeah, my store name is just Glenn's Family Store. YouTube is just Lindey Glenn. Like I said, when I started the channel, I didn't expect it to do anything. It was just my name, and I just left it. It was just my name.
Yeah, that's cool. Mine's just my name, really. So Nate and I didn't come up with any fancy thrifter names. We're just Jay and Nay. That's all we are, you know.
Right.
So what do you how many items do you normally try and keep in your eBay store? What do you have a norm you shoot for?
I have been trying to grow. Right now I've been keeping around 800 or 900 in my store. But I'm really trying to grow another 50 a week. So, and the only way I'm able to do that is because I do have somebody helping me with drafts. If I didn't have somebody helping me with drafts, I would still be sitting at 400. I just couldn't get over that 400 hump. So, but I am trying to grow it. I'm going to grow it as big as my basement can hold.
Oh, I hate you. You have basement? Oh. Oh, for the as my wife pointed out, yes, for the tornadoes. Yeah, we don't have the luxury.
Yeah,
we don't
it's for the tornadoes. Yeah, if a tornado comes, I will have a wall of jeans to block.
At least they're durable.
Yep, ain't nothing getting through those bad boys.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for coming on our 2-year anniversary show. I couldn't think of a better guest. I just, I kind of just discovered you a couple of weeks ago and watched a bunch of videos, and I'm like, I like her a lot. I want to have her on, and you and Nay have very much a lot of parallels. So it's very impressive. My hat's off to you both for for being a mother of 3, having a business, doing YouTube shows, helping other sellers. So thank you and well done for both of you, really.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nay claims she'll be back next week. So I plan on doing a show there next week.
Come on. Was I not back like the week after my 11-hour surgery?
I know, but all surgeries, you never know what happens. So everyone.
I had a double mastectomy, and I was back the night I got out of the hospital. Do you remember that?
I know.
Yeah.
So these 2 women are way stronger than Oliver. If you pray, if you believe in good juju, whatever it is, please send it to Nadene for tomorrow, and we'll be back next week. And Mom and I will not be on this weekend, but Mom and I are going to work a show in somewhere. So just stay tuned to the Thrifting board and to my wall for the next shows coming up, and we'll get them scheduled. And thank you all for tuning in live, and those who watch after. Thank you very much. 2-year anniversary. We love doing the show. We love everyone that tunes in and hangs out with us. So thank you guys very much. You make it worth our while to do this, and I love seeing all your successes. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Jay, for being my co-host. I remember 2 years ago, it was June 4th, our first show. You flew to Philadelphia to be next to me so that I could announce my cancer to our audience and to the world. And I was very shy about that. I was so scared at the time, and you were right next to me as my best friend, as my co-host. So thank you. And here we are 2 years later. I'm still fighting. I'm still here. And thank you so much. So
we're still doing kick-ass shows with great guests. Thank you, Lindey.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us.
Yes. Good night. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.